Hello and welcome, astrology lovers. Today we are diving in, taking a look at the Aquarius New Moon. And this new moon is happening February the 11th, 2:05 p.m. Eastern Time. And what is making this new moon so special is the lineup of planets we have in the sign of Aquarius. This is really, really powerful. And I'm going to look at each of them today, helping you work with the energy in the highest expression and really channel it toward what you are working on creating in your life at this time. So as you join me, say hi so I can welcome you in. And I just want to make sure this is streaming okay on my page before we go any further here. So let me know if you can see and hear me okay, just so I can make sure it is showing up. I think I saw Rita and Cindy jump in. Hello. Feel free to share with me as well how you are feeling with these energies. Okay, it looks like I'm good. Awesome stuff. It is working. Good morning, Cindy. So in addition to this moon and sun conjunct in Aquarius right now, which is what makes it a new moon. So anytime it's a new moon, we have the sun and moon teaming up together. And of course, when it's a full moon, they are opposite, and that's what makes it a full moon. And the stages in between, that is the different phases of the moon. But in addition to having the moon and sun in Aquarius right now, we also have Mercury, which is currently retrograding in the sign of Aquarius. So we're really going to dive in and look at that retrograde as well and how to work with these energies. We have Jupiter and Venus conjunct in the sign of Aquarius too. And this is really bringing in new opportunities for abundance to flow into your life and new opportunities to come in, and really bringing in this theme of relationships and friendships as well. And then of course we have Saturn in Aquarius, and Saturn is going to be in Aquarius for the next couple of years. So we're going to look at a little bit at the meaning of that as well. So when you join me, feel free to share your new moon intentions. Hello, Lorena. How are you? And Rita, welcome. Rebecca, so great to have you here. You know I love to hold space for you and what you are working on creating, and new moons are always new beginnings and the opportunity to set our intentions. So for those of you who are new to me, my name is Kara Melendi. I'm a master astrologer. I'm also an Akashic Records practitioner, and I love supporting spiritual entrepreneurs and light workers in getting their sacred work out into the world, getting their message out into the world, reaching the people who need it most, and receiving abundantly for it. And as part of this work, we work with your unique astrology as well as your energetic blueprint in the Akashic Records, combined with soul aligned strategy to help you magnetize your soulmate clients and create that expansion in your business so you can do the big work you know your soul came here to do on the planet. And now that we are in the Aquarian age, more than ever, this is the time where we are seeing a rise of spiritual leaders and teachers. And we are entering a new way of doing business, a new way of showing up. And I think a lot of starseeds and light workers are feeling that call now because they're feeling the shift on the planet. The energy of the planet is actually shifting. And we know this is the time to really step up in bigger ways than ever before and share our message because the planet needs it. So the Aquarian energy and archetype is the social justice warrior. It is the humanitarian of the zodiac, and it is near the end of the zodiac wheel. So it really shows what is possible for us as a community, as a planet, in the highest expression. And of course, there's the shadow aspects of the sign. Any sign of the zodiac has the lower octave energies and the higher octave energies. But in the highest expression, what we really see with the Aquarian energy is how we can live in harmony on this planet. But the key is thinking outside of the box. And that's why I titled this video, Activating Infinite Possibilities, activating the highest possibilities for your life and for this planet. Because working with this energy right now can really help you tap into that in your life. And not only for your life and what you're manifesting and creating, but for the planet. Like, we came out of a powerful cycle. Like last year, we had a lot of planets in the sign of Capricorn. And as part of that, we were seeing the breakdown of old systems and structures that are just outdated and not working. Also in our own life, we were faced with different challenges where we were really called to rise up, to really dig into our power and to really look at if we have like the structure we need in our life to support our growth and evolution. And now we have this lineup of planets in the sign of Aquarius. And of course, in last year, December 21st, kicking off the Aquarian age, which is huge. And with this energy in Aquarius right now, we can really see and experience manifestations happening very quickly. Like we are at a time where we can experience quantum expansion, quantum leaps, and even moving closer to instant manifestations. The Aquarian energy, it is an air sign. But the key to stepping into this in our personal life and as a larger society as well is we need to think outside of the box. We have to stop applying like old mentality, old ways of seeing and doing things. Like this is actually a time where we are needing to activate new solutions, where we are invited to see things in a new way. And that is the key to this growth and expansion and activating these infinite possibilities in your life and stepping into the highest potential. But this cosmic energy right now is so potent for that. So when you set your intentions on this new moon, really feel into what do you desire to create in your heart? What do you desire to see for the planet? And set your intentions from that space of knowing how worthy you are, how possible it is to create all that you desire, and work with those energies right now to really create that momentum. Thank you for the hearts and the love. Hello, Emer. How are you? Hello, Lisa and Stephanie and Kat. Welcome if you're just jumping in. Lorena, feel free to share your new moon intentions with me so I can hold that space for what you desire to create right now. And again, knowing the energies are so potent. So be crystal clear around what do you decide to call into your experience? What are you claiming for your life? And trust the universe is really backing you in that. The universe is backing you in achieving that in your life right now. So with some of the shadow side of the Aquarian energy, we can experience this feeling of isolation, this feeling of loneliness, this feeling of not belonging or fitting in. And I talked about this with the corresponding full moon in Leo that we had a couple weeks ago. And often starseeds have this feeling from early on in their life that they don't quite fit in on the planet. And I always say the reason you don't fit in is you're actually here to spark change. If you were to fit in, you would keep the status quo, but you're actually here to develop a change in the world. But it doesn't mean that you don't belong. You deeply belong on this planet. Every soul that is here on the planet at this time belongs. Your soul came here to share a special message with the world, to share your healing gifts so you belong and you are needed. And with the Aquarian energy, we can have some of those old wounds being triggered right now, especially with Mercury in retrograde. Some of those old feelings and fears of not quite fitting in, not belonging, not being good enough, just feeling different. And the Aquarian energy is actually about celebrating those differences. So sometimes we go to a space of thinking all I really want is just to feel like I fit in. And of course we want that feeling of love and acceptance. Of course, and we really have to learn to give that to ourselves, to love ourselves, to accept ourselves, to know our innate worthiness. But this Aquarian energy activated so strongly throughout the month of February and really powerful at this new moon is also about celebrating what makes you unique, what makes you different. And with the Mercury retrograde happening during this new moon as well, and of course at the time that I'm going live today, we're in a Mercury retrograde as well. We often hear with Mercury retrograde the shadow aspect of this energy, like we stress out over miscommunication or tech mishaps, and that's like the lower octave of this energy. But how we can work with Mercury retrograde in the highest expression is really using it as an opportunity to dive deep into our core belief system and look at what beliefs are supportive for me and what beliefs are holding me back. And we have deeper insight at this time about the role of our belief system and whether it's aligned to where we desire to go or not. And we have the ability to really change that right now. And where Mercury is retrograding in the sign of Aquarius, that's where it can trigger some of these old wounds around friendships and relationships and, do we fit in or belong? So it's really really giving ourselves that love and that acceptance and knowing deeply the role we play on the planet. Like opposite the sign of Aquarius, we have Leo. So that Leo full moon was about looking at taking center stage in your life, being the star of your show, being a channel for infinite intelligence to flow through you in a unique way. And when you become really confident in that, that's when you can then really contribute your gifts to the planet in a larger way. And that's what this new moon is all about. How are you using your gifts, your talents to make the world a better place? And also just this innate knowingness that by simply being here on the planet, you are making a difference. Your energy is felt in the world. The power of your message is felt in the world. Like just by being here, you're making a difference. And this energy reminds us to be really intentional about how we are showing up in our lives. So let me know how this is feeling for you. Kat is saying, I claim creating a product line to help support more people coming back to themselves, their true selves, to come home. That is beautiful. I'm holding space for you and I'm excited to learn more about that, Kat. That sounds incredible for sure. So another theme that's really being activated with this new moon is friendships, community, and our soul family. And I feel right now we are having this deep desire to connect to our soul family, to really like find our soul tribe, to find that sense of community, right? Where we can work with people who have a similar mission for the planet, all doing it in our own unique way, but we share a similar mission and vision. We want to come together with people right now that share that mission and really bring our different talents together to move this planet forward, to see evolution on the planet. So we see that really strongly right now. And another theme that I'm seeing coming up as well around relationships is letting go of certain friendships and connections that are not meant to go on this next part of our journey with us. Like they serve their purpose and now we're ready to move on. And it can be hard to release some of those connections. And, you know, when I was feeling into this energy, I study the new moon chart, then I open the records and I feel into like what's coming through in the records as well. And, you know, I was reminded of when I was growing up as a kid, my mom had this poem in one of the rooms in our house where we would do like homework or we had our computer set up, and it was about like friendships, and you may have heard of it. It's called Reason, Season, or a Lifetime. And it talked about how some people come into our life for like a special reason. And they usually don't stay long, but there's like a clear reason and purpose that we know they entered our life for that purpose. And then other people come in for a season. So it's like a longer period of time. We have a connection, but eventually like we go our own way. And then other people come into our life for like a lifetime. And those are our lifelong friends or like our lifelong clients or people we're meant to journey with over time. And, you know, it's so funny that like dropped in while I was feeling into this energy, because it really speaks to that. Like we're seeing old connections and relationships at this time kind of leaving our life and falling away. And that's okay. It doesn't mean they weren't significant. It doesn't mean they didn't play an important role. It just means we're going in different directions now. And as you really have that courage to like let go of those relationships, like you're not hanging on to them. And this could be, you know, in romantic, your friendships, this could be with your clients. Sometimes we feel like I have to hold on and keep my clients instead of trusting, right? People come into our life, they flow through our life, they get what they need. It's a win-win situation and we release. But there's also this opportunity now to see new connections, new relationships coming in. And we really see this strongly with the Jupiter-Venus conjunction that's happening right now, where Jupiter and Venus are teaming up together, bringing in these new relationships. Or another thing that can really happen as well is there relationships that are in our life that are meant to stay in our life, we're going deeper with them. Like we're taking them to new levels of really feeling like that soul bond and connection. And also with a Mercury retrograde, it's not uncommon to see relationships or people from the past come back into our life if there's still a karmic pattern that has been unresolved, we're still holding some kind of resentment. And it's the opportunity to solve that pattern, to address that pattern, and to actually practice a deeper layer of forgiveness so we can then move forward. So there's a lot happening and activated right now. Sherry's saying she's feeling that for sure. Lisa, absorption and dancing quad cooperation with aligned expansion. So I think that was your intention. I love that, Lisa. Thank you for sharing that, for sure. Erin, reason, season, lifetime. Wow, that resonates. Yes, isn't that powerful, Erin? That poem always stuck with me, and it's just so fitting for these cosmic energies right now and how we're asked to interact with the relationships and the connections in our life. And it is really powerful when we can, you know, I just had a session with a client and I was talking about this as well, like when we can take the lessons from our past experiences and we can integrate them, that's what gives them meaning and purpose. And it's the same in our relationships. Every relationship really teaches us something. And if we can integrate those lessons, then even though the relationship may come to an end, it's not lost. Like, we carry those lessons with us. And the same with the obstacles and challenges in our life. If we can integrate the lesson we're meant to learn from it, because we're not meant to struggle or go through pain for the sake of it, we really don't have to suffer at all. I mean, that's very much our mindset and perception. But during those difficult times, if we can integrate the lesson but release the trauma and pain, that feels so good. That's when we can really move forward without carrying the baggage from the past, and we become wiser and we become stronger when we're able to do that. So we're really being initiated into that in a deep way with this Aquarian energy. And, you know, coming back to this theme as well about creating that quantum expansion and seeing instant manifestations happening right now, in order to really welcome that energy into your life, it's looking at, do you feel safe in having what you want? So you may have a goal for an amount of money that you want to bring in through your business each month. Do you feel safe in receiving that? Whatever it is you're working on creating, does that feel good in your body? Does it feel exciting? Does it feel expansive in your body when you think about it? Because the thing with all of these planets in Aquarius, if you're just joining now, we have like a lineup of planets in Aquarius with this new moon. We have Jupiter, we have Venus, we have Saturn, we have Mercury, we have the sun and the moon, all in this energy. And it is a very airy energy. It's the element of air. So we're very much kind of in our headspace. But what's grounding it out is we currently have Mars in Taurus, and it's forming a square with all of these planets in Aquarius. And it's asking us to ground into the wisdom of our body. With anything you desire to manifest, it comes into your experience and you see the physical manifestation, not when it's just an idea in your mind about, oh, this is what I want to create in my business. This is the amount of money. These are the clients. These are the programs. If it's just an idea and you don't actually feel the energy in your body, the manifestation doesn't happen. We have to embody it. So this energy is saying things can happen really quickly for you right now. What you desire is available for you and it's ready to flow into your life. You've done the work. You are worthy. It's time to open up and receive. But you have to feel that energy in your body in order for that manifestation to really come through. So just be aware of this energy that you're not getting, or maybe let me just feel into a better way of saying this. You're not too much in the space of the mind or the intellect with a disconnection from the body. You want to bring the two together. Those divine ideas that are coming through, the things you desire to create, the vision you have for your life, ground that feeling into your body, and that's when it happens. So working with these energies in the highest expression is helping us bring the two together. But definitely the lower octave or shadow of this can be we're just, you know, our imagination is just like, we're so much just in our headspace, but we're not grounded in the body. But that's where the magic happens, is we bring those two together. The ideas and vision we have for our life with the feeling. So feeling the gratitude in your heart, feeling the expansiveness in your body, feeling the excitement. When you're able to capture that, that's when you know you are on track to manifesting and calling in what you desire and seeing it flow from the energetic realm into physical form on this earth plane. That really is a big key. Anna, what are your tips to ground the feeling into your body? So that's a really good question. So basically, there's a few different things you can do. So really practicing evoking that emotion and energy in your body. So if you think about something that feels really exciting, something you are creating, and it feels exciting, it feels good, be aware of what that feels like in your body. Like, do you feel that energy in your heart space? Do you feel it in your stomach? Like, make a connection to where you're actually feeling that sensation in your body and anchor it in. Another way, and I know depending where you are in the world, you may not want to go outside and do like barefoot in the grass if it's covered in snow right now, but any connection with nature and being really like mindful and present when we are in nature, that helps us ground into our body as well. Or I also have a practice for anyone that has opened the Akashic Records with me, has done one-on-one work or a program. You know, I do a really powerful meditation going into the Akashic Records where we connect deeply into the crystalline core of Mother Earth and we connect that energy into our body. So basically it's all about producing that energy and sensation physically, and whatever allows you to be able to do that. I mean, even dancing, just being grounded in your body, anything that gets you in your body and out of the headspace is a really good way to produce that energy. Okay, so I've got my chart pulled up behind me and I'm just gonna look at some of the other aspects happening here. Okay, so I talked a little bit about Mercury retrograde and working with this in the highest expression, which is deeper insight into your core belief systems, the patterns that are at play in your life, and being able to shift the ones that no longer align for you. And an easy way I do this is with any belief or thought I have, I ask, is this actually serving me? Does this feel good in my body? How does my higher self see this? Because your higher self is not attached to limitations. It doesn't question your worthiness. It doesn't question if you have done enough. It just knows your value, your worth, and is inviting you to calibrate to the energy of receiving what you want. So just looking at those beliefs, is this actually aligned with my higher self, or is this belief or thought pattern coming from my fear, mind, and ego? This is an opportunity to dive into that and shift those old patterns really quickly. And the more that we shift our mindset patterns, the more we also speed up our manifestations as well. And we tap into the highest potential for our life when we are aligned to our infinite self, our higher self, and we're taking action from that space. We're aligned with the wisdom of our higher self more than our fear mind. The more you can just lean into that and do that on a daily basis, moment to moment, you will see those shifts unfolding in your life. Welcome if you're just jumping in. Hello, Katie. Hello, Jonathan, Maxine, Susie. Say hi and feel free to share your new moon intentions if you'd like me just to hold that space for you and what you are creating. So Mercury retrograde is also forming a trine aspect right now. So in astrology, we have these different aspects, which is basically just the relationship of the planets, how they are playing together, how they are aligning together. So Mercury is forming a trine right now to the North Node in Gemini. And this is where we're really seeing a communication theme come in as well. Communication's really big too with all this air energy. So how you are communicating in your relationships, communicating in your life right now. And that plays a big role in our relationships, right? When we can master communication, every relationship in our life improves. There's a lot of conflict that happens through misunderstanding in our communication. So this energy right now is really inviting you to look at that, how you are communicating, how you are setting boundaries, how you are expressing and asking for what you desire. Or if you are a spiritual entrepreneur, leader, how you are sharing your message with the world right now. And feeling, confident, empowered, and supported in that. This is another really, really big theme. So an aspect I also like with this new moon, as you can tell, there's lots going on, right? Hello, Rhonda, welcome. The moon is also squaring Mars in Taurus and Black Moon Lilith. And this is activating the wild goddess energy. And I have felt a shift even the last few years and seen a rise in like the divine feminine energy, and people speaking more about the divine feminine energy and becoming aware of how the divine feminine works with the masculine energy, how they're at play on our planet, how they're at play in our personal life. And this new moon is like activating the wild goddess energy, the untamed goddess energy, and really, awakening that within so many people. And we know, the more we're connected to that divine feminine energy, the more we really do see healing take place on the planet, the more we see unity taking place, and the more we see this idea of rising together and power with instead of power over, this sense of personal empowerment and deeper sense of love. So that's really flowing in with this new moon energy as well. So it's even a good opportunity to look in your own life how the masculine and feminine energies are working together. So, I often work with my clients on this in expanding their business as well. It's like the masculine is the part that goes out there and shares your work, that asks for the sale, that shows up, that takes the action. And the feminine energy is the part that allows you to receive. It's creating space to allow yourself to receive the financial abundance, to receive your soulmate clients. And we need both kind of dancing and working together. So this new moon can be a wonderful time to dive in and reflect on how those energies are at play in your life, at play in your business, and where there may be an imbalance in that. All right. Thank you for the hearts and the love. I was gonna look at I've got my chart like pulled up behind my phone. So I'm just seeing other big aspects that are really standing out that I want to touch on as well. So an aspect that's at play at this new moon, but also just throughout this year, is we have Saturn forming a square formation with Uranus. And this is where it's like we're learning to feel a sense of security and comfort in the midst of change. And I know that's been a theme that was kind of carrying through from last year as well, where as a collective, there was just so much change in trauma in many ways that happened to us collectively in a short amount of time that we're still kind of processing. And this formation here is about, even though things are changing, we are progressing, we are moving forward, and we want our vision to be focused there. How can our human self feel safe in the midst of this change and transformation? And it's really speaking to that, how we can cultivate that feeling of safety and security within ourselves. And this is a big thing to master in our life, obviously, because there's things that come in that are unexpected, that happen, and they can really throw us off if we don't have a solid foundation. We're not really rooted in who we are. We're not really connected to our core. Hi, Michelle. Welcome. Great to have you. So that aspect is really teaching us that, how we find that sense of safety and security in the midst of change. Because looking at the astrology and really studying the astrology as we move throughout this year, we are certainly seeing an ascension on the planet. We are growing and evolving in beautiful ways, and that's why we need new solutions. We need new ideas. Like, the old paradigm isn't going to work. The old solutions, the old ways of doing things don't hold up in this new energy. So we are discovering that. We are moving toward that. And with Pluto still traveling through Capricorn for the next few years, we're also continuing to see the breakdown of structures and systems that are no longer supportive or no longer work for our planet. So it's a really interesting and beautiful time, is honestly how I see it, that it's exciting to be alive on the planet right now and be a part of creating this change, a part of determining where we are going and being that, beacon of love and light on the planet, helping to pave the way and really shine and show what is possible. And that's an exciting thing. And if nothing else, the new moon energy especially speaks to that. Our role in how we show up and how that influences the collective evolution at this time. And again, really just feeling into what is possible for this planet in the highest expression. Because the Aquarian energy is the 11th sign of the zodiac, after that we move into Pisces. And I'm excited for Pisces season because that's all about who we are beyond this physical body, merging the spiritual and physical together. But the Aquarian energy, we're in Aquarian season, the Aquarian age, is about evolving our planet to the highest potential and possibility. And a big part of that is how you show up. how you show up, how you show up in your life, in your relationships, in your business. All of that really makes a difference in determining where we are going right now. All right, so that is the new moon report. Lots to take in and sink in. I really hope this served you today. Actually, something else I want to leave you with as well, a beautiful affirmation you can bring into this new moon energy, even if you want to do this now or say this now, is just placing your hands on your heart, taking a deep breath, release, and affirming, I am open to receiving all of the abundance, joy, and love this universe is flowing to me. I'm open to receiving all the abundance, joy, and love this universe is flowing to me. And just open up and receive and feel the light codes, the activations that are coming in with this energy right now. I love the moon and the moon loves me, Rita. I love that. And for anyone that is wanting to go deeper, I do have my one-on-one coaching open, my 2-month program. I'm feeling called to work with some more spiritual entrepreneurs who are really wanting to expand their business, get their message and work out there, magnetize their soulmate clients. We will work with your unique astrology. We will work with the energetic blueprint of your business as we access and explore your records together. And we'll combine that with strategy as well to really see that growth and expansion in your business and get your message out into the planet, out into the world, to the people that need it most. So if you are interested in that, send me a message and we can chat about that. And I am sending you all so much love. Enjoy these beautiful new moon energies, and I will see you soon. Bye.